Hi, teacher. My name is Yu Shuangfei. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My class and group number is KE122711. My university is Tlaquepaque University. The article title is The Power of Unity. Next, I will share the news of 10 I tonight to express my many views. The first news title: Chinese people respond to coronavirus discrimination while not a virus. Hundreds of thousands of millions of people in China have been following the strict restrictions to tame this virus. However, there are still many people who say that this is a Chinese virus, and I have never felt such a strong sense of patriotism and solidarity before. But at the same time, I have never felt so powerless to help. Growing up, I have heard now that hard times bound people together, but now I know, not necessarily, not naturally. It's a conscious choice to make, because for better or worse, we are living in an age of globalization, and this pandemic starkly demonstrates that before, but if nobody took on the motto of global leadership, the world and the future would be extremely bleak. I think we have every reason to hope that the world will become a safer place in which people are treated equally, as humans and not a virus. Once COVID-19 is conquered and global connections are restored, let us heed the invaluable lessons this period has taught us and never forget that only in unity can we all prevail, live, and prosper. The second news title: Church mosque shootings. Don't forget the Norwegian murderer. It was 2011 when the killer claimed 77 lives and 151 people were injured by gunshot wounds. The extremists have no distinction between black and white or colored people. They wear colored glasses. Not only is it a war-torn country, it is worthy of reflection by all mankind. The third news title: Meghan Markle speaks out about George Floyd and police brutality. My points of view: because they were young, knowledgeable, and courageous, therefore we should not be silent on the issue of racism. We should use love, compassion, and warmth to get us, so to make our words sound. We have this ability. Everyone is equal. The first news title: Wrist DJ AD. Chinese model says campaign almost ruined career. As a result of optimistic about the growth brought by the Chinese market, more and more brands have spent a lot of thoughts on favoring the Chinese market, but this favoring not only pleases the Chinese markets, but also respects the Chinese market from the hurt. Moreover, Chinese is no longer an original China, both in terms of material and spiritual aspects. The West still looks at China with colored glasses and treats China and the Chinese market arrogantly. Prejudice is a product of ignorance. If the lack of understanding of a country's culture is still a poor pattern and insufficient capacity, then deliberately discriminating and bitterly insulting a country's culture and the people of the country directly demonstrates a narrow mind and a race that does not respect the diverse world. This is racial discrimination and extreme racism. The first settler teaches unwritten rules. His mom makes him follow as a young black man. My point of view, what I said this is, I hope that in the future we'll be able to tell our children that there is no distinction between race and race, only equality. The sixth chapter, Beyond May 29, lessons from Starbucks anti-bias training, and what's next? We are all equal people, closely connected because of human nature, and should also protect each other's peace and happiness. This title is International Day for Tolerance, 16 November. Today, we may not be able to resolve the paranoia and the racism of this world, but of course, we can build a positive, inclusive, and interconnected world full of compassion and love. Therefore, when dealing with racism, we also need to learn to be tolerant because this world is better. The new chapter, a quick guide to the U.S.-China trade war. The China-U.S. trade war is the focus of the world's attention right now. Why does the United States want to fight against China alone? A large part of the factors are cultural conflicts, including racism. I hope the two countries will accept and practice racism with more tolerance. The news title, Who is Wilson Chin? The history and relevance of a 1982 killing. China and the United States are different countries, but the core of racism is the same. This is everyone is equal. This reported case lacks the essence of racism. The news title is Remarks for International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the transatlantic slave trade. What the thing was slavery long ago, and I hope that not only that history not repeats itself, but also that human beings can better understand wisdom through history, that is, equality for all. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Thank you.